You're looking at the real deal now. Gonna kick your sorry ass out on the street. What you got? You used to think you owned the street. Well, back to back, and your ass is dead meat. Victory sweet. Bring it on. Here's a receipt.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lowdown Show, week number 21, right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. We are your Canadian WWE podcast that talks about the WWE and no holds barred, and anything we say, pun intended. We are here live on Spreaker at Spreaker.com/NHBWP. This will also be available in video version on YouTube.com/NHBWR. Make sure you go over there and give us a subscribe and hit that bell icon for all upload updates. If you want to listen to the podcast, it'll be posted in full on Spreaker after we are done. It'll be also on iTunes and Stitcher. So go check us out, wherever is easier and convenient for you to listen to us. Guys, you can follow the podcast on Twitter at NoHoldsBarredWP, or you can follow myself at RealKyleMasters, or you can follow the corporate co-host, Corporate Cappy, on Twitter. His Twitter handle is at Corporate Cappy as well. Guys, I'm your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and on the Lowdown Show every week, I'm continuing to be joined. He is the blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy, my co-host.
I liked the little, Greg Hamilton suspenseful entrance there. I like that.
Greg Hamilton.
I'm blissful after the news that we just heard.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, the podcast is going to be at NXT St. Catharines, a live event. And after what we just seen, a little spoiler, thanks to our boy Brandon in Rochester. He's at the Rochester NXT live event. Our boy Ty Dillinger is going to be at NXT St. Well, we're hoping. It looks like he's going to be, since he appeared at Rochester, which makes no sense at all. But it looks like he's going to be at the St. Catharines one, if this is going to play out right. So we're going to see our hometown boy tomorrow. I'm so pumped for the live event. We're both going, and it's going to be epic. And it surely be glorious.
Farewell tour of Bobby Roode and a special appearance by Dillinger. I mean, my night's already made if that's the case.
Yeah. So it's been a rough week in the WWE side and our side. Like, yesterday, main roster, and just like us too. Like, man, yesterday we were going to do the Lowdown Show, but earlier in the week I had a little incident, as you can see here on camera. I split my knuckle open, and it cut the tendon inside. And yesterday, after I had surgery on it, I had the tendon repaired, and at about 7 o'clock, the freezing started to wear off, and then I was in so much fucking pain last night. I just went right to bed. I was done. I took painkillers and went straight to the sack. I was done. There was no way I was going to be able to do the Lowdown Show yesterday, so we moved it to tonight. I'm sure you guys are okay with that, or if you guys are not the ones to tune in live, you're okay with waiting an extra day for the Lowdown Show. We hope so.
Well, I mean, I don't have Thursday baseball anymore, so we can start doing it on Thursdays. Yep.
Yeah. Except I'm going to be missing the first 2 weeks of my ice hockey in the wintertime due to this, because of I got to wear this thing, which is a stupid little splint, for about a month, and then I got to start rehab after that. So I can't. This finger has to stay straight for about a month, so that's going to suck. And the WWE side, holy crap, we actually did it. We did it. We boycotted Monday Night Raw this week. So, sort of. They binged, or they released the last 3 rounds of the Mae Young Classic on the WWE Network, and I'm like, you know what? Because I'm not happy with the product. I'm getting so much grief for this, and whatever. It is what it is. People have their own opinions. I have my opinion on how the product just sucks lately, especially on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown as well. I just felt like I didn't need to tune into Monday Night Raw this week, and I could actually watch the Mae Young Classic in its place. And sure enough, was I right? Fuck yeah, I was right. Raw was stupid and dumb this week. Yeah, okay, there's some stuff that made okay sense, but it wasn't anything that I had to tune in live for. It was god-awful. And we tuned in a couple of times. We paused the Mae Young Classic. We went and watched the Intercontinental Championship match. We saw the showdown between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. For whatever reason, they thought that was a good idea. And then we saw the women's match, and then Brandon chose to watch the part of the main event that he got to see. I chose not to. I chose to go get all our crap ready for the Mae Young Classic review. I chose not to watch it. And then, of course, it was slow as fuck. It was like watching molasses, and it was the worst main event, and then the worst. Okay, everyone's like praising the whole power slam through the cage. That was the slowest, most embarrassing throw through a steel cage I've ever seen. Oh my god, that Big Show sold it pretty good, but to me, I'm like, come on, really? Like, we all knew that was gonna fucking happen. Who didn't think this was gonna happen? Unbelievable.
It was, just the way that he put him through, like, it could have been done way better than that.
I watched.
They clearly avoided that spot of the cage the whole match on purpose. God.
So stupid. And you can see, if you guys didn't see it or didn't catch it, and you were too oblivious, I fucking saw it. 2 little metal bars on the outside of the cage that literally are for when the cage springs back. I caught that. I'm like, okay, that's not there before. That's not there in any other cage match. Well, I wonder what's going to happen. It's just stupid. I hate predictable shit like that. And Big Show doesn't need to be on fucking TV in 2017. Everyone's saying this is the write-off for Big Show. I don't care. He should have been on TV and been on TV to write off anyways. He should have been at the Performance Center helping the young talent develop. Not be on fucking TV, which I know he doesn't want to be on TV. Guarantee Big Show does not want to be on TV. I'm telling you, we know because of the interview he had earlier a couple months ago, saying he hated all the creative ideas he was getting from creative, and he says I feel stupid going out there, one punching someone and walking away. Now it's like, I bet you they made him shave his beard. Now he looks like fucking King Kong Bundy, or people are saying like a child rapist. And then, what's the point? Like, why is Big Show on TV looking like that in 2017? Give me a break. Exactly. Well, Michael Chow puts in the chat. Bobby Lashley, I remember that when he speared Umaga through the cage. Way better. We weren't going to get that. No way in hell.
Well, we definitely watched something better. The Mae Young Classic didn't disappoint, that's for sure.
No, that's great. And I cannot wait for the finals next Tuesday between Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that shit. Obviously, Kairi Sane's going to win. Yep. I think she's going to win 100%. I think they're so high on her. I don't think Shayna Baszler's going to win. It'll be a good match, but I don't think she's going to win. Especially because they're putting it after SmackDown. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people are going to tune in after SmackDown. Especially because of the packed SmackDown we're getting. Like, people are going to be worn out after that. I'm kind of ashamed that it's not on SmackDown.
Not good enough, man.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's Vince McMahon. Who are we kidding?
We'd rather see Naomi versus Natty. Like, come on.
I can't wait! No.
Can't wait to feel the glow with 2 paws.
I hope Carmella catches in.
Do you want to briefly go over NXT? I didn't see it yet, but
I watched part of most of NXT. It was decent. I liked it. They did a little thing with the Velveteen Dream. He actually finally talked. I guess he wasn't supposed to talk or something, or he said he would never talk. I don't know. It's something to do with his promo, but he talked backstage in an interview, and there's something coming soon with the Velveteen Dream, so we'll have to stay tuned for that. We got this dude. Oh, God, I forget his name. He's been dominant. I mean, he faced like 3 guys at once.
Is it that Lars Anderson guy?
Yeah, that guy. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he faced like 3 guys at once, all at the same time. And he just like literally, they're gonna have like a 3-on-1 handicap match, and he's like, "No, I want all 3 of you in the ring." And I'm like, "What the hell is this? Like Ryback 2.0? What the hell are they doing with this guy?" So they all 3 in the ring. He beats the fuck out of all of them, and then No Way Jose comes out. I'm like, okay, No Way Jose, sure, maybe they're gonna start a feud. He actually got a decent promo on him, but then he just gets his ass like handled, just gets whipped around the ring by this guy. I guess they're building up this giant guy, this Lars guy. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. And then we had Cassius Ohno versus Hideo Itami in an ODQ match.
God.
Which was actually pretty good. I actually had a really, really good ending. A lot of near falls. I enjoyed it. Much. Kenta or Hideo Itami, still an incredible wrestler and incredible to see now that he's got rid of his 2 injury bugs. So I hope we do more with Kenta, man. He's a really good piece of talent. So that was a good match. Your boy Ohno won, though.
Don't ever put my boy and Ohno in the same sentence ever again.
Anyways.
It's like me saying your boy's a Big Show.
Yeah,
like, how do you think I'm going to react to that?
Anyways, basically the main event surrounded around... I think there's a women's match. But I think I missed it, so anyways. speaking of the women at NXT, the main event was surrounded around Asuka saying goodbye to NXT. Really, really emotional thing there, and then she getting praise from everybody. The whole locker room came out and gave her a standing ovation. And then they announced in the ring with William Regal that they're in negotiations with Raw and SmackDown. Leaked through the rumors and the grapevine. We know she's going to Monday Night Raw now, but that's what he said. And then she gave up. Triple H came out, gave her a bouquet of flowers, and then basically took the title off of her. So signifying that her title reign in NXT has come to an end, being undefeated, 500 plus days, whatever it was. So good for Asuka, man, unbelievable. And Triple H, this came from Triple H's mouth, one of the greatest women's champions ever in the WWE history. And your boy William Regal said that, and it's true, 100%.
I mean, I'm so glad that she didn't lose the title. I'm glad that, I'm sad that she got injured, but I'm glad that they called her up and had her vacate the title instead of losing it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's her time to lose yet. But,
No.
Monday Night Raw, she'll probably lose in her first match knowing Vince. So
it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the title now, the vacate title. Does the winner of the Mae Young Classic go on and is the number one contender, and they find another number one contender through the main roster or the actual NXT roster women? Or,
I think that makes sense.
Or are they just going to give the title to Kairi Sane or Shayna Baszler? I don't know what they're going to do. So
I don't know if I like that. I think the women on NXT should be given a shot too. So I think it should be the winner of the Mae Young Classic versus the winner of an NXT Women's Battle Royal.
Yeah, I can see them doing a battle royal.
Ember Moon versus Kairi Sane or Shayna Baszler or whatever. I think that's fair. I like that.
Yeah. So that was NXT. It was pretty good. Again, then they highlighted a lot of Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and
Kyle
O'Reilly and the destruction they've been doing, and William Regal having enough of it. So there's gonna be a big angle between Adam Cole and Drew McIntyre. Probably the next takeover is probably gonna be the first title match. So we'll see. I'm excited for NXT in the upcoming weeks, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, maybe they do something tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's a lot of the.
I feel like that deserved to be talked about over Monday Night Raw this week.
Yeah, because Raw was, from what I watched the highlights the day after. I didn't actually watch Raw because I didn't want to. And what I seen in the highlights, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't watch 3 hours of that bullshit. I feel sorry for you guys that actually watch that and then actually say on social media that it's good is another thing. And I rant about it every goddamn week and say, how do you guys accept mediocre booking? Yes, we're all going to still watch it, but I don't accept it. I'll watch it, I just don't accept it. That's why I criticize it every week. I'm allowed to criticize it. I just don't like it. I'll watch it, I just don't like it. I have a voice, I'm allowed to say it.
Voice of the voiceless.
Because
over here.
I don't like it, I'm not allowed to say anything?
No, you're just an internet mark. Come on, man. Didn't you know Road Dogg and JBL and all those guys, man?
I guess I can't be opinionated, I guess. I can't say anything. No. Okay.
You gotta be Sam Roberts. I drink too much WWE.
Oh, on the Sam Roberts I Lick Vince McMahon's Ass Wrestling podcast. That beautiful podcast over there. Yeah. Can't wait to listen to another one episodes of those. Anyways, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. And from what I saw,
I think it deserves the crickets.
Wait, so you mean Monday Night Raw?
Yeah,
those crickets right now. Wow. This is crickets every goddamn.
I think the cricket is my new favorite soundbite that we have.
Oh man. Anyways, it was mediocre at best. We opened with Jason Jordan and John Cena. I mean, we don't open with a match too often. And again, okay, I'll admit it's intriguing, but Cena had a gold shovel sticking out of his ass before even starting this match, so we knew what the fuck was going to happen.
He's facing Roman Reigns. He can't lose to Jason Jordan unless Reigns distracted him into losing on a roll-up or something.
And heaven forbid you make Jason Jordan look good because you basically dropped the ball with this whole Kurt Angle thing because that's just fucking long gone. Like, no one gives a flying fuck about Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle anymore. Like, they're not doing anything with it. WWE realizes now they fucked up, man. Like they messed up. So whatever. John Cena faced Jason Jordan. Of course, the golden shovel basically closed the casket itself, and then started burying Jason Jordan into it. And then Roman Reigns comes out John Cena basically destroys Roman for like the second week in a row. I don't know why Vince thinks it's a good idea. If you're building these two guys to have a good match with each other, you'd think you'd have Roman come out and get the overhand on John Cena. But I guess John Cena is just too much of the golden boy, so Vince just won't ever let it happen. So
or maybe Roman can't keep up with Cena on the mic. No. That's also another point.
So I guess maybe, I don't know, are they exploiting that on purpose? Like, what's going on here? Why are we getting that the second week in a row? Roman Reigns is getting absolutely destroyed by John Cena on the mic.
Well, I don't think he really has a choice. It's not like Roman has any comebacks for him that are, good.
Okay, I understand that, but like, I don't agree with this booking. How are you going to build this? You got to make this, if you're going to have a match like John Cena and Roman Reigns, you got to make it look even down the middle when you're going into. You can't have John Cena look like ultimately strong going into this match, because then everyone's just going to know what's going to happen. Roman Reigns is going to beat John Cena, and then he's going to go on and get a Universal title shot or IC title shot right after this happens, because he gets all the credibility in the world for being John Cena and The Undertaker in the same goddamn year. That's going to be his fucking promo for the rest of 2017. So, like, they're not building it properly. That's just my problem with it. No, I love a Roman and John Cena match.
The feud's too early to begin with anyway, but...
Yeah, but now that we're stuck with it, they have to do a good job about it. Don't get fucking lazy. That's why I don't like the booking nowadays, because it doesn't make any sense. They're getting lazy with it. Stupid. It's sad that us fans book better crap than people who get paid thousands of dollars to produce good TV. You're producing bowls of shit TV. Anyways,
next.
We'll move on from that. For some reason, Heath Slater and Rhino shows up on Raw. Why? Fuck, I don't know.
Holy hell, they're alive?
Apparently. I mean, they supported the Connor's Cure shirts. Maybe that was the only reason why they were on Raw. To get more people to wear those shirts. Like, it doesn't make any sense with Rhino and Slater, man. I don't understand what they're doing with them.
They're just the jobber team and the main event superstars dark match team.
They don't need to use them. Like, I don't understand them. I don't understand. They don't need to be on TV. They're almost drawing the line of Big Show. They can do something with Heath Slater, but Rhino, it's lost its touch.
You're wearing the Vote for Rhino t-shirt.
Not right now.
But sometimes you are.
Yeah, but like, it's run its course. Even when I bought that shirt, he wasn't even in WWE. I don't know. They had a match with Cesaro and Sheamus, which literally made zero sense. We're moving on from that. Miz faced Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship. It was decent. It was a decent match, but I knew Miz was going to retain. There was no way Jeff Hardy was going to win.
The fact that he won the Battle Royal last week to begin with was ridiculous. But
this is why it was stupid. So you have Jeff Hardy win when you could have had someone better and actually dethrone the Miz and make some sort of spice to this Intercontinental Championship division like this. Miz has been holding on to this title for so long, and he's got no one to feud with. He's not going to feud with Jeff Hardy after this. This feud is not going to go on. Why not have someone that win the Battle Royal and actually be able to hold a feud with Miz for the next month? And going into No Mercy. There's fucking 1 week till No Mercy, and they don't have an Intercontinental Championship feud. He's going to be fucking subject to the pre-show again. It's
because no one can keep up with Miz that so far that
they could have had someone. Finn Balor.
The big dog.
No, yeah, that too. But Finn Balor. Jason Jordan. They had something going. They could build off it. It's just stupid. Stupid decisions.
Yeah. And then, of course, this match, we had Matt Hardy and the Miztourage get kicked out, but not Maurice for some reason, like Michael Chow just pointed out. They keep Maurice there because Maurice isn't going to get involved, never.
No.
And of course,
she never gets involved.
She helps Miz move out of the way, and Hardy misses a swanton bomb, and there you go. End the match.
Miz retains. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Why do I care if this feud is not going to go on? Who cares? Then we had the fucking
as a champion.
Get 205 Live having multi-man matches week after week on Monday Night Raw that promotes zero hype towards the show.
Why do they have to have 6-man tag every week on Raw? Like, what does that accomplish?
Apparently to them it accomplishes getting hype towards 205 Live. Do I give a fuck about 205 Live after a 6-man tag? I don't give a shit. I do like the fact that they're kind of showcasing Cedric Alexander, which I think he's probably going to be the next. He's going to be the one to dethrone Neville 100%. I think he is going to be. So I'm glad my boy Cedric is finally getting a chance to get in the spotlight, man. The guy is a amazing piece of talent, and I'm glad that people that didn't see it before actually finally see it. Because I checking my Twitter feed as Raw was going on, and we were watching Me on Classic, and people were going nuts about Cedric Alexander, and people that I know never tweet about him. So I'm glad he's getting the spotlight and getting more of a look right now, man. The guy is unfreaking believable. So we'll move on, and then Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, for some weird reason, they want to continue this, and they're
watched this for some reason.
Yeah,
I was like,
they're building it around Finn Balor staying just Finn Balor, not Demon Balor. So apparently Bray Wyatt thinks they have to have a rematch with not Demon Balor. So Bray Wyatt.
He beat Balor Club Balor before SummerSlam.
Yeah. So Bray Wyatt, let me get this straight. You're trying to tell us that you're trying to tell us that we know you can't beat Demon Balor. So you're making him be regular Balor because you beat him before. So you're basically telling us you're shit. You can't beat a guy that has paint on him.
No, he's a demon, man.
Like, what? So, but do we even have to have a rematch? No. Finn Balor should have been placed in the IC title feud or something else. Not Bray Wyatt again. Again, this is another spot of laziness. They don't know what to do, so they're going to do the same goddamn match.
I don't even know why they're continuing this feud. Like, shouldn't it have ended at SummerSlam with the Demon? Wasn't that the whole point, to end the feud?
It should have ended, but it didn't. And now, I mean, Bray Wyatt, okay, don't get me wrong. Guy's awesome at cutting promos. Cut a decent promo, even though it's not the match I want to see and it's not the feud I want to see. Good promo. Really, really good promo. But do we want to see it again? Absolutely not. So, whatever. It is what it is. They had a decent promo, firing shots back at each other. It is what it is. And Bray Wyatt basically saying he wants to battle a mortal Finn Balor, not a guy from... Again, it just makes Bray Wyatt look weak.
So, I mean, isn't he supposed to be the god?
Yeah, but he wants to face a mortal... That's what I mean. It doesn't make any sense. He's making himself look weak, so it means you don't want to face another like god-type character. You want to face someone that's mortal because you know you can beat him. It's just... For Bray Wyatt's character, that doesn't make any sense. For a normal heel, sure, but not Bray Wyatt. Makes absolute no sense. They're just destroying his character left and right again. And it's because they're lazy booking it. They're absolutely lazy. They don't fucking care. If they cared, we wouldn't get this bullshit.
Bray Wyatt is one of the most like misused guys in recent memory for WWE, the way that they've used him over his career.
He needs to go back to Smackdown. He's getting absolutely just killed on Monday Night Raw.
And I feel bad for the guy because he knows how to cut a promo with his gimmick, but at the same time, nobody gives a shit anymore because he always loses in whatever feud he's in.
And they've ruined it. They do promos like this week where it doesn't make any sense. He wants to battle a mortal Finn Balor? Really? Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, we'll move on.
Bray Wyatt continues.
Exactly. It was supposed to be, there wasn't actually a match happening, but basically Nia Jax demanding that she should get a title match. They did announce Alexa Bliss for Sasha Banks at No Mercy for a rematch for the women's title. At first I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously, we're actually going to do that? But then Nia Jax goes backstage to Kurt Angle and demands that she gets in there because of her destruction of both ladies. And Emma comes in and bragging about how she started the women's revolution. Fucking stupid gimmick they're doing with her.
Oh my god! And her horrendous entrance music. What was wrong with Emma's old entrance music? It fit her so well, and then they give her this garbage song. Like it just ruins it.
Bias aside, and I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I hope it leads to Emma versus Paige when Paige comes back, because that would make sense. Just hear me out. It makes sense because. Paige was around when the women's revolution started. Remember, she was one of the ladies that were in the ring with Stephanie. Began the women's revolution. It would make sense if Paige came back and kind of made her claim other like you were never around when that actually started. I was there. Like me, Charlotte, or Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. We all started the women's revolution. You were nowhere to be found. I think that would be a good feud and a good transition feud for Paige to come back into the WWE and not be pushed for the title right away, but get into a feud like that just to shut Emma up. You know what I mean? And get the crowd back on Paige's side.
I believe her and Emma feuded for the NXT Women's title. If I'm not.
Yeah, they're the two people in that NXT when they first got the NXT Women's title and they held a tournament for it. It came down to Paige and Emma, and they had a really, really good match. These guys have history together. They can put up a good feud. So I hope that's what it leads to. Again, it's a little fantasy booking on my part, and I love Paige. She's my number one, and I hope she comes back into a good feud, and I think that would be a good feud for her. So we'll see what happens, but Emma comes in on Raw, and then they're arguing who should get a title match, and then Kurt Angle books a tag team match. I'm like, fuck, what? Out of this, you could have booked Nia Jax versus Emma. Winner goes into a triple threat match, but I guess they have Fatal 4-Way on their minds, and they book Emma and Nia Jax teaming up against Sasha and Alexa. And if Nia and Emma win, they get added to the match, and it's a Fatal 4-Way at No Mercy. But if Sasha and Alexa win, it stays 1-on-1. So I'm sitting there in my head going, if they actually wanted a Fatal 4-Way, I wonder what the fuck is going to happen in this match. So goddamn predictable. Of course Emma and Nia Jax are going to win this fucking match. Makes no sense.
And there was deception between Sasha and Alexa, but
of course.
And then, actually, they had a nice little tag team move. It was nice.
It looked good, and then Nia Jax basically demolishes. Was it Alexa that took the pin? It was Alexa, right?
Sasha took the pin.
And Emma tags herself in and steals the pin. I knew that was gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, Emma was getting domed the whole match, and then she got a tag in Nia, and then that was it. Yeah. Nia just dominated.
So we got a Fatal 4-Way, No Mercy. You know what? I like that.
I'm okay with it. It's better than them going 1-on-1 again. At least there's more women in it.
Although
see this fucking shit again.
What I read today, I'm kind of pissed because I actually thought Emma might have a chance at winning the women's title, but after
she's
what I read
take
today,
the fall.
Yeah, she's taking the pin apparently.
Oh yeah.
They don't say who wins, but she's taking the pin. So that's why she was added to the match. Like poor fucking Emma, man.
Because they don't want to make Nia, Sasha, or Alexa look bad, so they have Emma take the pin.
So great. Stupid. It's like, oh yeah, Emma, we'll give you a title shot, but you got to go in and take the pin. You're not winning, but you can be in the title match.
But if that Paige does come back, I think a good transition first feud with Emma would be good. Actually, I like that prediction. Yeah.
So now its signs are all pointing towards a hot potato belt because I don't. You know what? I hope your girl does retain. I hope Alexa retains. She needs to stay. She needs to keep that title, man. Do not get rid of the belt.
I think Nia's going to dominate the whole match, and then Alexa's going to come in and get the cheap pin on Emma to end the match. There's your creative right there.
There's your corporate Cappy creative.
Yeah.
Attaboy. Anyways, there's a 205 Live thing backstage I didn't watch. Nia Jax had a thing backstage I didn't watch. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose faced Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Don't know why. I don't know what the hell's going on with the tag team feud.
It was like the same thing. Like, why are Cesaro and Sheamus facing Slater and Rhino? What the fuck do they need to face them for?
And now it's announced that the tag team championship is going to be the same match we just had at SummerSlam at No Mercy. Great. I thought Sheamus was supposed to be going to film a movie. Why the fuck is he still here?
Well, they got to have their, WWE rematch clause.
Yeah, the rematch clause. Great. I don't care. I'm done with that. I don't care. I was hoping that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose were going to move on from this, but now they're not. So I don't care. I don't care. I could not care less about this. I wouldn't care if it was in the pre-show. Why not? Don't care. Anyway,
I hate the WWE rematch clause, man.
Yeah, they got
because we see the match once, it's like okay, and then we got to see it again. It's like, okay, why do we need to see this again? And then the title's going to flop back.
I would only accept it if they did something with it. The fact that they're not doing anything with the rematch, like not adding a stipulation or if it's turned into an elimination match, the fact that they're not doing anything pisses me off. It's like, why even have the rematch? Just have the fucking rematch on Monday Night Raw. Why do you have to save it for a pay-per-view? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think that's logical. Anyways. No. We'll move on. I didn't watch it. You caught part of it. I don't want to talk about it. If you want to talk about what you saw, I refuse to watch the highlights for it.
A barn burner.
Because in main event, we had Braun Strowman against the Big Show in a steel cage in 2017. Who fucking cares?
I guess this was supposed to build Braun up to face Lesnar.
Why? We know he's a fucking beast. Why do we have to get this to prove it? We've seen what Braun Strowman has done in the last couple of months. Why the fuck do we need to see him do this?
Hasn't he beat Big Show like 3 times already?
He's fucking kicked Roman Reigns' ass for months. He's kicked everybody's ass for months. He dominated Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. And the Raw after. Why do we need to see this? Why do we what in the back of my mind, I'm not thinking Braun Strowman's weak as shit.
To me, that he's taken like a step back facing Big Show. Like, it's like, why does he have to go backwards and face a guy he's beaten already?
Doesn't make any sense. They really didn't need to do this main event.
Big Show went to the top rope and did like a top rope elbow drop.
Oh my god, made people, Big Show looks so good. Oh my god.
And then they tried climbing the top. I'm like, why didn't you just go out the door? Like, I hate when faces are in steel cage matches and they'll never walk out the door. They always have to climb. But a heel will just go out a door like nothing.
They could have done so much better. So much better. They could have done something else that didn't need the Big Show in a fucking steel cage. Or if you were going to do this, have Brock actually fucking show up and build their feud. The fact that they haven't seen each other face to face in 2 weeks and they're facing each other in the Universal title match next week, how do you get me to fucking care about this?
You know what I would have liked in this match? If they had this match and then like Brock got involved and then like they both like tried to one up each other by kicking the shit out of the Big Show.
Why not freaking Brock Lesnar show up? They haven't seen each other for 2 weeks. Why the fuck do I care? God, it's supposed to be your main title feud, and you do nothing to build it. What does Big Show versus Braun Strowman do for this fucking build? Absolutely nothing. Zero. What, he threw him through the cage? Barely throws him through the cage. How the fuck?
He didn't even throw him. He like placed him on it.
Oh man! Now I all of a sudden believe Braun Strowman can beat Brock Lesnar because I never did before. No, I did before because he's whooped Brock Lesnar's ass the last month. What
Big Show?
What all of a sudden changed that I didn't think Braun Strowman could stand up to Brock Lesnar? You needed to show me that.
I mean, Big Show's like the Sin Cara of Monday Night Raw. I mean, you beat Big Show, you're instantly credible.
Unbelievable.
But I mean, like we said earlier, this is a way to write Big Show off TV, and he has to have hip surgery apparently or something like that.
Good. Don't ever fucking come back to TV.
Stop.
He should be in the Performance Center helping the rookies out. He doesn't need to be on TV. He doesn't.
But unfortunately,
everybody alone. Leave the main roster alone. You don't need to be fucking. People are not going to a show expecting the Big Show to come out.
But you got to understand, in these casual, middle of nowhere towns that don't like the type of wrestling that we like, they have to draw them in somehow.
Well, you need to start teaching these middle out of nowhere towns to start following the newer wrestlers, man. You stop fucking sitting in the past. They got to move on somehow. Big Show's not going to be able to do this his whole life.
Their issue is they don't think they can sell tickets with guys like cruiserweight guys.
Too bad. Take the fucking hit. You're going to have to eventually when these guys aren't there. You might as well get it out of the way right now when you have the best roster in history. So stupid.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying that that's what the WWE wants. I'm corporate. I know what they want.
Stupid. Anyways, let's move on to something that was even better this week, SmackDown. And it was, sort of. It was better than Raw for sure. I can agree with that because I watched from start to finish. Like we both did, and it was good from start to finish. We had like the most intense opening of SmackDown ever. We had it's supposed to be Carmella versus Natalya, which I'm like, really, you're opening SmackDown with this? And then Kevin Owens all of a sudden comes out, and he's asking the referee, he's like, no, I'm the special guest referee for this women's match. I'm like, oh, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, this was fucked.
And then Shane came out, which kind of turned into a promo, and then Carmella kind of went off to the side. And it turned into the most savage promo I've ever heard from Kevin Owens. My God. If he wasn't a savage before, he's like the ultimate savage after this. There was the one line he pulled where he's talking about Shane McMahon surviving everything, like surviving the helicopter crash, and you know, basically surviving. Then he says, like, what do you say? He said, maybe it would have been better off for your family if you didn't survive the crash. And I'm like, holy shit, Kevin Owens. And that just, like, set Shane off. He just goes nuts and attacks Kevin Owens, beats the living shit out of him, and like pummeling him behind the announce table. It caused all the referees and the backstage crew guys to come out to try to separate him. Even Daniel Bryan had to be the one to separate him. Going like, Shane, what the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing? And okay, so out of all this, I like it. Okay, the intensity was there. It gets me glued to the screen. I do have some criticism, like I always do. I sprinkle a little criticism there.
Yeah, because you don't want Shane McMahon taking time away from other guys.
Exactly. They could have done this with another person on the roster. Don't get me wrong. They could have done this with They could have done it with Sami Zayn. They could have done it with anybody. Sami Zayn is not being used. Again,
like I said, Shane McMahon is still a draw to those casual towns, and that's what will get people excited in those casual towns.
Stupid. You're never going to get the talent you have now over or even get to that Shane McMahon, Big Show level. You know what I mean? How these superstars got to the top and are known right now is because of the push they got. You can't get the new talent that way or get up there if you don't push them right now. They're just going to sit where they are and then eventually slide to jobber status, and you're going to lose out on some talent that could be in the category of greatest superstars of all time.
I did like the promo, but again, Shane McMahon faced Styles at Mania, and now he's facing Owens. It just
now
seems
he's got to
like
face Owens.
Why can't they put somebody that's on the roster in there?
Yeah, what? You have only a 2-hour show. You need to start using your entire roster. Why does Shane McMahon, who's the commissioner, have to be involved in wrestling capacity? Why doesn't he just stick to his freaking role on the show? He's not a wrestler. Now he's suspended indefinitely because later on Daniel Bryan came out and said he got a phone call from somebody saying that you're suspended indefinitely. Ended up being from Vince himself, who's going to be on Smackdown next week, which is huge.
Ooh, when was the last Michael Chow or somebody else? Can you guys look up the last time Vince was on Smackdown?
Yeah, it's insane. But you know what? I don't like, again, we just said, there should be someone else. Like, you can do a guy like Sami Zayn. A lot of people say, we've seen this a million times, but all their matches have been good. You can't sit here and say you hate a Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match. Both those guys have chemistry. They have instant chemistry. These guys can put up a good match and they can put up a good feud. Or you can do someone else on the roster that's not being used. You can do Ty Dillinger. You can do other people. There's other people on the roster. You can have an intense feud like this. But I don't understand why they have to revert to people that are not full-time wrestlers anymore. Stupid.
The part-time draws, man. I'm telling you.
Stupid.
But I did like the whole Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon promo and him saying he's going to sue his whole family, and backstage he told Daniel it's done. Owens did cut a great promo here and backstage. I loved it.
I felt weird at first. I'm like, oh, that's not Kevin Owens style. Like you never hear Kevin Owens ever say that ever. Like when you've ever heard Kevin Owens say, "Oh, I'm going to sue you," like that's never happened.
Yeah, well, it's because he's being a dastardly heel now. Because he got under Shane McMahon's skin. Shane McMahon put his hands on him. And Daniel Bryan was right in the promo that he had where Shane told him, don't ever put your hands on the talent. And then you got Shane over here putting his hands on AJ Styles, putting his hands on Owens, being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So I did like the whole angle. But again, yes, it would have been nice if it was a full-time superstar in the feud with Owens.
Yeah. Anyways, again, I'll say it again. I like the intensity. Just wish it was someone else. Move on. We had Baron Corbin, we had Natalya and Carmella actually ended up having a match. It was boring. Natalya as a champion sucks ass to me. I can't stand Natty as a women's champion right now. Eventually in the match, Carmella had Natty was doing something. Carmella, I think, I don't know, but it caused Ellsworth to come up on the rope, and he dropped the briefcase in the ring, and the ref grabbed it and thought that Carmella was cashing in. How does that signify Carmella's cashing in? By the manager dropping the briefcase in the ring? Since when does that ever signify that a woman is cashing or someone's cashing in the Money in the Bank contract? Isn't it when the wrestler hands the briefcase to the official? When did all of a sudden this meant that she was cashing in? This made no sense. And that caused the confusion, and then Natty ends up winning the match with a roll-up while holding the tights. So I guess she's a heel champion or a tweener? What the fuck's going on there?
Well, they were both heels in this match.
No, whatever. Anyways, no natty won. Backstage, fucking Carmella was pissed off at she cut a promo on Ellsworth after saying that they're through. Crowd going nuts. I was going nuts. Finally, fucking dropping Ellsworth. But that's not the case, I guess. I don't know. We didn't really get much of it after. There was like a backstage walk, and then Ellsworth like apologizing to Carmella, and then Carmella grabbing Ellsworth's face. And what happens next made me sick to my fucking stomach. I'm like, what the fuck? How did Cass approve this bullshit? Just absolutely smooches the shit out of Ellsworth and then slaps him across the face and walked away angry, which I didn't get. I'm like, so did she forgive him? Or was that just like the kiss of death? Saying like we're finally through, and the slap after? You know what I mean? Like, we didn't really get a clear notion that they're still together, or is Ellsworth, they are together again, and Ellsworth's just going to be like the bitch now and like do whatever Carmella says and doesn't speak for her. He's not the hype man anymore. He's just
wouldn't you love to be Carmella's bitch? Like, let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
Ellsworth is my hero, and eat your hearts out to all the internet marks out there and all the trolls fucking mad at Ellsworth, man. What a legend. What a guy. Props to Ellsworth, man.
I do wish I was Ellsworth. I do wish.
And God, I'd love to have that role. Just be in the goon in the women's division. Like, yeah, I would love that role. But like,
I'm still not behind him. I don't know what it is. It's just I'm never gonna get behind this guy.
You know,
sorry.
What? I think WWE realized after Carmella dropped them, they made a big mistake, and they.
Oh, stop! That's not what happened. Stop it! Stop it! Don't even go there.
Ellsworth makes Carmella instantly title shot worthy.
Yeah, okay, when you say shit like that, that's when I have a problem. You can't say shit like that, okay? That makes zero sense. Anyways, Aiden English had a match with Sami Zayn for whatever reason. And
Oh my God.
Sami Zayn gets buried somehow. No distraction,
like
no nothing.
Match.
Just loses to Aiden English in a minute.
Why does
fucking
Aiden
kidding
English
me?
have more wins than Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger combined this year? Why is Aiden English the one winning matches?
I feel bad for Sami Zayn. He needs to go back down to NXT. He's not doing anything on SmackDown. They're not utilizing him. They're never going to utilize him. They have this hate against Sami Zayn, no matter which roster he's on. He didn't do anything on Raw. The move over to SmackDown, we thought he was going to get used more. No, fuck no. He just doesn't. He needs to go back down to NXT. There's no hope for him on either Raw or SmackDown because they're not going to use him right. What's the point of even him being on the main roster anymore?
There really isn't. Him or Dillinger.
Stupid.
Or they should just make them both into a fucking tag
team. But, speaking of, we did get some light with Ty Dillinger. A shed of light. Okay? So he faced Baron Corbin this week, and I knew that was going to happen. And he held his own for most of the match until he got basically buried by Baron Corbin. Was it after the match there was like a stare down between Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger? Baron Corbin and AJ Styles. And then backstage, AJ Styles stops Ty Dillinger and basically says, like, next week's open challenge is only open to you. And we're going to have the match that everyone wants to see. And I'm like, oh my God. Ty Dillinger is getting a title match on SmackDown. Holy shit.
And I don't expect him to win at all, like, let's be real. But at least he's going to have a good match with AJ Styles.
Could you imagine if he wins? Could you? I'm just saying, the shock factor alone would be insane. Like, Baron Corbin screws over AJ Styles and Ty Dillinger wins. Yeah, I could see them. Could you imagine?
I love Styles too, so I'd be like somewhat pissed off. But at the same time, Ty Dillinger, being the U.S. champion would be amazing, but I'm not.
I would lose my shit. But then I could see them dropping him dropping the title the very next pay-per-view. They can do like a triple threat between Baron Corbin, Ty Dillinger, and AJ Styles.
Oh my God, he'd be like the next Zack Ryder, won the title at Mania and lost it 2 weeks
lose
after.
The very yep.
But I think Ty Dillinger deserves better than that. But I don't know. I'm just glad that they're actually going to have a match because when they announced this match, it was like, wow, this is going to be a great match. Styles versus Dillinger. It's going to be like a 15, 20-minute match. It's going to be a good match. Dillinger's not going to win, but he's going to look good. And a good match with Styles, two great wrestlers. But no, they had to have Corbin get involved for some reason in the last one. So I'm glad that they're actually going to go through with this. And it makes the U.S. Open Challenge look good because Styles is like saying, like, hey, you never really got your fair shot. Let's do it again.
I don't think Las Vegas has a history of having a bad crowd, so I think the crowd's going to be very, very, very hyped for this match. So I hope it does end up being good and not a wasteful U.S. title match with Ty Dillinger, which most cases and most likely it's going to be. But I pray to God that they just give us a normal match for once, man. Give us like a match like Styles and Chad Gable had. There was no interference or anything in that, and they actually had a really good match, something worth watching. If you're building SmackDown to be this really big SmackDown next week, have them have a normal match without any interference. I'd love that. Mm-hmm. So they had a Bobby Roode promo. Again, this is just building him up until he's finally done his farewell tour. Ziggler.
Oh my God! What the hell was this?
I don't know if I want to talk about it because I'm like, it really did nothing for me. I was
like
laughing a little bit.
As freaking Colonel Sanders. It was worse than that.
Just came out with a bunch of other gimmicks trying to get over. He's like basically this complainer gimmick that they're putting on him, and eventually didn't lead to anything. He just walked away.
Nobody came out to have a match with him or even confront him. Nothing. He just left.
Man. A lot of people are saying online too that they're drowning him out until his contract's done. This would be the worst way to do it. I don't know what's going on with this, but it's not working. Absolutely not working. WWE, stop this bullshit with Dolph Ziggler. It is not working at all.
You know what? If I'm Dolph Ziggler, I leave and go to New Japan or Ring of Honor or something, and I
join the Bullet Club.
Show them what they lost.
Join the Bullet Club. That's what Cody Rhodes did, and he's huge. He's the Ring of Honor champion. He's doing bigger things than he ever did in WWE. Join the Bullet Club.
Dolph Ziggler can be that guy if he leaves, which is unfortunate because we have him now, but they won't ever use him like that.
Dude, Dolph Ziggler can be the next leader. He can be the next Kenny Omega of the Bullet Club. He's got the voice for it. He's got, he's got the mic skills. He's got the talent. He'd be huge in the indies. Huge. So I can see them doing a vice versa trade there. Just like they did with Finn Balor and AJ Styles. So when Kenny Omega goes to WWE and then Dolph Ziggler goes in as the leader, back then it was Finn Balor in the Styles swap. So we'll see.
But this was stupid. He came out looking like Naomi with all her glow shit on. It was just stupid.
John Cena, I didn't like it. I don't care. We're moving on. The main event is Shinsuke and Randy Orton. I was actually kind of looking forward to that. Or sorry, there was the stipulation choosing between the Usos and the New Day, who came in wearing New Day boxers. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
The typical live event street fight with whatever city.
We're going to be in a Sin City street fight next week. Really? Why can't you just say fucking no holds barred, or pun intended, or, street fight, or just, regular street fight, or a hardcore match? Like, what is WWE's infatuation with, like, putting the city name in front of the word street fight in any kind of stipulation match? It's always 9 times out of 10. It's always that. And that's the case at every live event. If you've ever been to a live event, the main event is always whatever city name it is and street fight at the end of it. Whatever. Sure. Main event of Nakamura and Orton was actually a pretty good match. The winner would get a title shot for Jinder Mahal's title. I really just wanted to watch a match for Corey Graves to yell Kinshasa, and he did, and Nakamura wins, and we're going to get Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal, guaranteed at Hell in a Cell, and in a Hell in a Cell match, because we already had the Punjabi fucking prison match. We definitely got to have the Hell in a Cell match follow it up. So
I heard apparently this match might not even be in Hell in a Cell.
At the pay-per-view? Please tell me you didn't hear it. It was going to be at the pay-per-view.
Yep.
It's a SmackDown-only pay-per-view. What the fuck's going to be your main event?
I heard that they were contemplating not having the world title in the Hell in a Cell. Like, what's the point of having the pay-per-view?
What? Yeah, don't even have Hell in a Cell. Call it Capital Punishment or something. What the fuck?
I love how this match was announced as a dream match. Randy Orton versus Shinsuke is not a dream match to me.
I mean, I never dreamed about it. When I knew Shinsuke was in New Japan, I was like, oh man, I hope he comes to WWE and faces Randy Orton. Oh, I can't wait for that. No one ever fucking said that. Anyways, whatever. It was a decent match. I didn't mind it.
Thank God Shinsuke won.
Oh, fuck. I was going to be pissed if Randy Orton won. But I just wanted to hear Corey go, Kinshasa! That's the only reason why I wanted to hear it. Or watch it. That's it. And he did. Love it. Can't wait for Corey Graves to stay on SmackDown from now on, me hearing some more Kinshasas. But big SmackDown next week from Sin City. The Sin City SmackDown. They're building almost like pay-per-view quality.
Sin City was the whole Festival of Friendship ending, the saddest moment of the year.
Yeah, that was the saddest moment of the year.
But yeah, they're building it up like a
pay-per-view
really
quality.
Big Smackdown, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. All right.
I guess it's because SmackDown doesn't have a pay-per-view in September.
Yeah, that's probably why. And a lot of people thought there was actually going to be a pay-per-view this Sunday. And nope.
Well, they don't need it, so who the fuck cares? They don't need to add another pay-per-view.
I like these gimmick Smackdowns. If they can do a good job with it, I'm all for it. So we'll see what happens next week. But guys, that part of the show where we get into the list of 10, and as where myself and Corporate Cappy have our Superstar of the Week that makes the list, or Superstar of the Week that gets a perfect 10. So hit that list of 10 music.
10. You know what? You know what happens? You know what's gonna happen? You just made the list!
That's right. Welcome to the list of 10. Like I said before, is a part of the show where myself and Corporate Cappy have a superstar that makes the list or gets a perfect 10 rating. And we'll start off, as always, with Corporate Cappy.
I don't even know if I can give anybody a 10 this week, to be honest with you.
No?
There
can't
wasn't
think of one
anything
person
that I loved.
Can't think of one person that actually did something? Maybe give a perfect 10 to your girl Sasha for taking the pin.
Oh yeah, because that definitely, makes sense.
Well, you can give 2 list moments like I did the one week. Well, give me your list moment and then think about it.
Okay, my list moment. Fuck, I was gonna, I'll save Big Show for you, but I'm gonna give a list moment to Sami Zayn losing in 1 minute to Aiden English. What the hell was the point of this match? And what is the point of having Sami Zayn lose to Aiden English continually? I don't understand why they keep wanting to push Aiden English. It was god-awful theme music. I mean, he is a good heel, don't get me wrong. But the fact that he's beating guys or winning more matches than guys like Dillinger and Zayn on SmackDown Live is just embarrassing. And for Sami Zayn not being pushed right on SmackDown.
You know what? You just made the list!
Yep, you just made the list, Sami Zayn.
The guy gets a fucking 1 minute match.
Yeah, it's terrible. So my first moment of the week is a perfect 10, and I just did Ty Dillinger getting a title opportunity next week. Finally getting an opportunity we've been waiting for and dying to see. So he's going to be on week for Ty Dillinger is going to be on TV for 3 weeks in a row, ladies and gentlemen. 3 weeks in a row. That's the most since he's joined SmackDown. Unbelievable. And he's getting a U.S. title shot against the phenomenal AJ Styles. You can't ask for anything more, and it's only fitting that Ty Dillinger, you get a perfect
10.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean that's a good 10 moment.
Yeah. It is. Did you think of another moment?
Nope.
Oh, maybe we'll just have one moment this week.
I'm just gonna give a perfect 10 to NXT St. Catharines tomorrow. There you go. How
about
that?
And then the arrival of the perfect
10.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah, and the farewell tour of the glorious Bobby Roode. I mean, it's gonna be a great Canadian event tomorrow, and I'm
great Canadian event for all your Canadian kids out there.
Yeah, well, we didn't really watch Raw, so I can't really comment on how good or bad it was if there was any moments on it, because I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I guess I could say honorable mention to the Shane and Kevin Owens segment. I mean, Kevin Owens and Shane kind of breaking the fourth wall with that promo.
Yeah. That was nuts. That was probably the most savage thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is just a great heel, so I'll give an honorable mention to Kevin Owens too.
You know what? I'm not going to give my list moment to Big Show. I've given enough list moments to that guy.
How about you give a 10 moment to Big Show for his great career?
No, I can't do that either. My list moment is going to Dolph Ziggler on this useless gimmick that they have for him. Like, it literally is doing nothing for me. I'm not getting excited for it. I don't see it actually playing out to be anything. I think it's just going to be the stupid complainer gimmick, and no, it's going to be dry and senseless. Like, there's nothing hyping behind it. They're doing a really bad job of it, and it's been, 2 weeks? Like, they started out good. They had that backstage promo. It kind of was almost like a shoot promo. I thought they were going to build from that, and I guess they didn't. So for Dolph Ziggler and this new complainer gimmick.
You know what? You just made the list.
That's right. He makes the list. Makes the list. So Tyler Jones in the chat saying that the Miz and Jeff Hardy match wasn't a bad match. What are your thoughts there?
Well, we didn't really see it, so
no. From
we
what
saw,
I
like, the
seen,
end
it
of it.
was.
I'm just glad Jeff Hardy lost because
Yeah.
you know I feel about Jeff Hardy, but I don't know if he's talking about Big Show and Strowman. I mean,
the only thing I had with Miz and Jeff Hardy again was that I don't think Jeff Hardy should have been the one to face Miz because they're not going to build from this. Miz and Jeff Hardy are not going to continue this feud, so why even have it? Because now you only have your go-home show for No Mercy this coming Monday, and there's no feud for the Intercontinental Championship. You're going to build a weak feud for that title? We always complain about that. It's something we don't want to see. So I don't know what's going on with that. We'll see what happens with the IC title match. The cage match was good.
I mean, for what it was, I mean, sure, it was Labor Day and nobody was going to tune in anyway, so they just gave us like a big guy versus big guy match in a steel cage. So for the casuals, I'm sure they enjoyed it. The freaking crowd was chanting, "This is awesome," wherever the hell they were in Nebraska this week for that match. But I'm going to give props to Big Show, man. I mean, yeah, he doesn't deserve to be on TV, but if this is the last match for him, he's had a great career, and I hope that he continues in the business in a different role, like we always say, off TV.
Why not?
And he gave like the crowd gave him a standing ovation afterwards.
The match did nothing for me. To me, it gives no hype for the Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman match. That's why I didn't like it. I didn't like the match I didn't like it because of what they gave us in the match. I like it because the booking makes no fucking sense. That's where I have my much hate around. It's the booking. It doesn't make any sense. Why not have Brock Lesnar show up on TV the last 2 weeks and build something with this fucking guy and then not just appear? He just had a cage match and he cut a promo after. Why don't you have Brock Lesnar come out and then these guys just fucking go nuts in the steel cage? Build that fucking feud. But now that you're not going to have, they haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. Why do I care? Why do I care?
And like I just wrote in the chat, not having Samoa Joe there really shows right now. I mean, that guy's one of the top guys on Raw, and they're missing him very much so right now. He could have faced Big Show in a steel cage. Fuck, I would have rathered that.
It's just, I think if Samoa Joe was here, we weren't going to get Reigns and Cena, so that kind of sucks. I really wish he was still here, but I can't wait for him to get recovered from that injury and come back and give us something worth watching on Monday Night Raw. So, but yeah, Raw, SmackDown. You know,
I'm glad we watched the Mae Young Classic instead this week.
Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed the Mae Young Classic. I mean, for some reason, a lot of people were saying that a lot out there too, that they gave more like TV time to the cruiserweights and they went more in depth with the cruiserweights than the Mae Young Classic people. So
well, I think that's because the cruiserweights were getting their own division. So these guys were all well, not all of them, but a lot of them were going to get full-time contracts on the main roster for 205 Live and stuff like that. The women aren't going to have that same luxury. So,
well, they said they were going to give full-time contracts to the women. They're going to sign a bunch of them.
Not all of them, though.
Well, that was like the cruiserweights, but they didn't sign all the cruiserweights.
They signed a fair amount of them. They had to make a whole division out of it.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, they could have done a little bit more hyping or something. I don't know. It just felt too rushed. Especially because they binged everything.
I would have loved to see some rivalries out of that. Like, everybody just hugged each other, except for Shayna Baszler was like the only one that didn't hug anybody.
Or Tainara Cody, my girl. She freaking went nuts after her match. So, I don't know. Again, it is what it is, but it's good. I liked it so far.
But I'd really like to know what this means for that person. Like, is it going to mean a title shot? Is it going to mean a call-up to the main roster? I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll move on here, and to the questions we go. And we got some questions this week. We'll start off with Glorious Greg at XGilly929. He puts, how do you guys feel about Dillinger getting a chance to actually fight AJ Styles for the U.S. title? I think it's great. I think it's phenomenal. Pun intended. I think it's a perfect 10, Glorious Greg. I cannot wait for this match. To me, these guys in going one-on-one with each other can actually produce a good match. Dillinger is an unreal wrestler. I think him and Styles can actually go in the ring. Like, I hope we get a chance to see it next week. So, I'm excited for it. I know Corporate Cappy is too.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just arguing with Tyler Jones in the chat here. Don't worry about me.
Okay. His next question. I think there should be a tag team tournament on SmackDown leading up to Hell in a Cell to see who will face the New Day or the Usos. Well, the Usos are the tag team champions. Oh, because they're going to have that match next week. That's right.
It's not paranoia. It's the Usos.
Their Usos right now are the best tag team in WWE, hands down.
Have I not been telling you that for a couple months now? Thank you.
Well, they're for sure. No one else is doing anything. Usos are the best thing doing right now.
Revivals are
so. To have a tournament though, SmackDown, they're not doing anything with their tag team, so a tournament would be useless. They're not doing anything with the Ascension. They're not. They're having tough times. Whether or not they should put Luke Harper and Eric Rowan together. Fashion Police are still in their fashion file. I don't know when the hell that's going to be resolved. There's really no other tag teams. You have the Hype Bros. Who else? Nobody. So, no tournament, Goliath Greg, but they need to have someone get in between the New Day and Usos soon, or else that's going to die off quick. And I think it's going to be AOP, because where the fuck have they been? I thought they haven't been on NXT at all, so what's going on with them? So we'll have to see. I think AOP is definitely going to be on SmackDown, because where else would they be?
They need another tag team. Especially, where the hell was Gable and Benjamin this week?
Yeah, they weren't on... Okay, yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, they weren't even on SmackDown this week.
We had their big debut last week, and then they're just not there this week. What was the point of that?
I don't know. So we'll see. Again, it's still not enough teams for a tournament. I think AOP is going to come in and be the next in line, whoever wins next week.
Heaven forbid Breezango actually has a match, but they'll just keep doing the Fashion Police.
Yeah. Casey Salvis at Salvis94 has got some questions for us. Who do you guys think Dolph Ziggler? When do you guys think Dolph Ziggler will be released? The guy is just embarrassing himself. That was horrible on SmackDown this week. I don't know if he's going to be released. I think they're going to ride him out to the end of his contract. I think they're going to just do whatever they need to do, give him this stupid gimmick until the end of his contract, and then that's going to be it. They're not going to re-sign. I doubt he re-signs. I don't think he even would even want to. So,
and isn't that the same thing Cody Rhodes did? Didn't he just let his contract run out?
Basically, just wrote out the Stardust gimmick until his contract was done and said, "Peace, I'm done with this thing." And I don't blame him. That Stardust gimmick was the fucking worst.
And if Ziggler wants to leave, I don't blame him either.
Yeah.
Guy deserves to be in a better spot than he is now.
100%. So, next question is, why is Sami Zayn jobbing to Aiden English? What a joke. Fire Road Dogg. Maybe Reigns should have the English gimmick. At least his character would be interesting. He would still probably get booed. # garbage Reigns.
Is this Casey?
Yes.
I was waiting for the Reigns comment. But yes, I 100% agree. Don't know why Sami Zayn is losing a 1-minute match to Aiden fucking English, the maestro of jobber mayhem.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Not fair at all. Next set of tweets comes from our 2016 Fan of the Year. That's right. It goes to Michael Chow, and he gets his own entrance theme before he gets his tweets read. And in order to win that, guys, all you have to do is win our 2017 Fan of the Year, and you get your entrance theme before every single time you send in a tweet to the show. And go check him out, guys. He's got his own wrestling podcast, WWE MCTV. It's also on Spreaker as well. You can also follow him on Twitter at Michael Chow TV, so go give him a follow. Great stuff. If you like our podcast, you'll sure to love his podcast as well. Next question, or first question from Michael Chow. Bray Wyatt couldn't beat Demon Balor, so he challenged regular Balor. Does this make Bray look like a wimp? I hope there's a stipulation. He's got a wimp gif. Yeah, it does make him 100% like a wimp. Terrible. He just looks really weak, saying that he'd rather face a regular Balor than Demon Balor because he knows he can't beat Demon Balor. And again, like I said before, it doesn't fit Bray Wyatt's character. It doesn't go well with him for him to say something like that. Stipulation wise, I don't know. I think the stipulation would kind of make sense. I don't know what stipulation, but buried alive match. Oh wait, Bray Wyatt has that every single match. Anyway, I think maybe, I don't know. There's probably not going to be, but it would definitely help this boring feud. It is what it is. Next question. Enzo is currently undefeated and beats 4 wrestlers on 205 Live to be '1 contender.
Oh my God.
Is WWE booking him too strong at the other wrestlers' expense?
Yes,
I got
and
over here.
I saw a picture today.
Couple haters.
I saw a picture that it had like the cruiserweight title with the Enzo like leopard print on it.
Oh my god! I really hope they don't do that.
Oh my lord. Enzo is just sticking out like a sore thumb in that division because he's not the same type of wrestler as those guys. You know, maybe he should join Drew Gulak's fight for a better 205 Live.
That would never happen.
I thought Drew Gulak was hilarious this week on 205 Live with his whole PowerPoint presentation and, you know, no jumps off the top rope, slide 2, no jumping off the middle rope. Like I think that shit's hilarious.
It's good. It's good for a show though that barely anyone watches and they don't hype. That's why I mean, if this was on Wednesday nights at Full Sail, you know how much over that would get and people would tune into that shit. Because you have enough people that tune into NXT every week because of how good it is. Might as well put 205 Live there an hour after, keep people tuned in.
Well, you look at how hyped the crowd got for the friggin' Mae Young Classic with all these women.
Same people. It's the same people that go to NXT. It was the same goddamn people.
They would get behind the cruiserweights.
Yeah. That's sad that Enzo is being built so much better on Cruiser 205. I mean, it goes like what we said. He would get used better, and he is. It's just... I just don't hope they don't do that thing with the belt. That's all I hope. Next question by Michael Chow. Who should be NXT Women's Champ? I think they should hold a tournament with the Mae Young Classic winner winning a spot into the tournament. Yeah, we did go over that, sadly. Yeah, it is what you just said, Michael Chow. We think that the winner of Mae Young Classic should face the winner of a tournament or something, or a Battle Royal in NXT, and those two should collide for the title at the next TakeOver, wherever that may be. Or maybe that's going to be like on an episode of NXT. They should kind of hype one of those, like a NXT episode where the women's title is finally going to be, and I see them doing that, is going to be determined, and that's how they get people to draw in, man. NXT does a way better job at drawing people in from week to week, man. When they do when they do those previews on the network for the next NXT episode, every single one that I see makes me want to watch it. When they do something like on the weekend, when they hyped the Big Show versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match, I didn't give two fucking shits. That did not make me want to watch Monday Night Raw. They hyped Randy Orton versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event. Winner goes to face Jinder Mahal. I didn't care. I did not give a fuck. NXT, they promote a no DQ match between Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami. I actually wanted to see that. As much as we hate Chris Hero, Hideo Itami is still a draw. Yeah, he's been injured for 2 years, and that kind of killed a lot of his momentum, but he's still a draw. When he got signed from New Japan, when he was Kenta, people were going fucking apeshit on the internet. I still have a lot of hype for Hideo Itami. That guy is insane, man. I don't think he gets enough credit than what people give him right now, and it sucks because it's probably due to his injuries, him being off TV for a long time. So I wanted to see that match, and they do shit like they show footage of what Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly did and make you want to see, what the hell are they going to do next? I just feel NXT books and hypes a better show than Raw and SmackDown put together. It's sad. And I think I'm right.
I agree. And then I honestly I would want them to wait till TakeOver. Like I think they could hype it till TakeOver, have the whatever women's tournament for the NXT.
Yeah. They should like a contract signing after. You know what I mean?
They still have to figure out who's going to be on the other side of the match.
Yeah, that's what I mean. After that's done, do like a contract signing, build a feud up. Yeah, NXT is good at doing that. I can see them doing that too. That'd be awesome. And then a lot of people going with Shayna Baszler. I'm going with Kairi Sane. I think Kairi Sane's next in line, man. She has the next Asuka written all over her. Or unless they go, I mean, again, they can go both ways here. They can go the Kairi Sane way, or they can do the Shayna Baszler way and make her win and just be this fucking dominant force with the NXT Women's title, man. Like, it really doesn't look like anyone is going to beat her, man. She is insanely beast. Like, she's insane. We've seen what she's done in the tournament so far and how she's countered finisher after finisher into her own. Like, that's insane. She has the counter ability and she has the dominance and the MMA background. She's got the complete package, man. And although
I think Shayna Baszler is going to win this match, to be honest with you.
Although she does, and I pointed out and you agree with me, she does look like a tougher Bayley and she sounds like it. she sounds exactly like Bayley. Yeah, it's crazy.
She doesn't sound tough with her voice, unfortunately, but
because that's because of what we know of Bayley.
She looks tougher than she sounds, but yes, Shayna Baszler has potential to be a dominant force as NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah. But guys, I think that's gonna do it for the show today.
That's going to be it?
It's going to be it.
I wish Chris Jericho was starring in that movie instead of the clown, but...
Anyway, I'm going to see it this weekend. I know a lot of you guys out there probably see it. Corporate Cappy, unfortunately, is one of you guys like you don't. I mean, it's a lot. It's a normal fear. Everyone has a fear of clowns, man. That's like the most common fear in the world.
Well, thanks to that movie, that's all.
Yeah,
but I'd rather see Chris Jericho's It. He actually posted it on Instagram. That photo
Seriously?
of that today. Yeah, Chris Jericho's It.
Oh God. But hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope next week's SmackDown works out. Hopefully Raw gets a little better.
Time tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to NXT St. Catharines. I'll just post. I was thinking about doing a vlog, but maybe I'll just do a bunch of Instagram videos. Yeah, we'll do some videos and stuff. We both will. We got to get a Snapchat for No Holds Barred. But anyways, guys, that is going to wrap it up for week number 21 of the Lowdown Show right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. We are your Canadian WWE podcast that reviews the WWE and no holds barred on anything we say, pun intended. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at No Holds Barred at WP. As well, you can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters or my co-host at Corporate Cappy. We are available on Twitter to follow. We're also available on Instagram, like I just said, at No Holds Barred WP, so go at us on there. If you want to watch this podcast, you can see my beautiful face. If you want to, watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/NHBWR, and give us a subscribe and hit that bell icon for all upload updates. You can also listen to the podcast on Spreaker, iTunes, and Stitcher, but you can also go to Spreaker.com/NHBWP. All links will be in the video version of this podcast down below in the description box. Guys, I'm your host as always, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, joined as always on the Lowdown Show by my co-host. He is the boss, the blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
Yep.
And we are always reminding you to keep it on the Lowdown.
Kick your sorry ass out on the street.